Hey sweet friends, I'm Stacy and this is Gorgeously Aging, and today I just wanted to sit down and do a very vulnerable, honest talk about where I've been, if I'm still doing DIY, what Gorgeously Aging is going to be about moving forward, and why I've needed a little break from the toxicity and drama that often surrounds the DIY beauty community and the beauty space as a whole. I've talked very openly about losing my son Drew to an overdose 2 years ago, and the grieving process is long and hard. And one of the things that I needed to do for myself was really take care of my own emotional well-being. Part of that was setting firm boundaries and distancing myself from any kind of chaos, negativity, drama, and toxicity. And part of that was taking a step back from the DIY community. I do want to tell you guys a little bit about what my hopes and dreams were when I got into YouTube, and it's been over a decade now. I started my very first Gorgeously Aging channel when I was about 40 years old, so I'm 43 now, so that was 13 years ago. My intention for that original channel was for it to be all-encompassing about skincare, DIY, fashion, health, nutrition, fitness, makeup, beauty, all of that. As my channel progressed, I definitely noticed that I was getting more interest in the DIY facial rejuvenation. If you guys are new to my channel, I am a 53-year-old master medical esthetician. I've spent my entire career in the beauty industry as a cosmetologist, hairstylist, permanent makeup artist, and educated myself in every facet of my salon and spa business. I went on to take tons of advanced facial rejuvenation courses, including pedio threads, filler, Botox, for my own personal education, but also so that when I am educating others, I'm doing it based on actual education and knowledge and not just stuff that I've learned online. Now, there's nothing wrong with that because I think anybody can learn anything. And I think there's something really powerful about becoming educated, whether you do it through formal education or you become educated online. Many of you are using my videos and other people's videos to be educated, and I think that's a wonderful thing. Not only does it make you feel empowered, but it saves you a ton of money. As my original Gorgeously Aging grew, of course, it was met with attacks like many of the other DIY creators, and we all have gone through so much with these attacks. I think those attacks come from a lot of different places: the medical community, other vendors that are selling similar products that are competing with each other, and from content creators that want to knock other people down, thinking that's going to give them a leg up. As someone who's been a business owner my entire life, you can never get ahead doing that. And so that is an approach that I will never take, but that is going to continue to happen. Regardless of your content, there's always going to be haters and there's always going to be people that want to hurt you. So just a little background about me. I grew up out in the country in a very rural area. I went to a tiny little high school. I knew everybody in my class. I grew up in a pretty sheltered environment and raised by parents who really emphasized, I won't even say emphasized, demanded that we live our lives as kind people, treating others the way that we want to be treated. Now, that's not to say that my sisters and I didn't make mistakes growing up, but I will say we were never really into gossip. We didn't say hurtful things to other people. We did live our lives, even as teenagers and young kids, being kind, because that's what we saw in our home and that's what was expected of us. It's all we knew was kindness. When I first got into YouTube as a content creator, I really had the hopes of being part of a community, a supportive community of content creators, and getting to know other people. And I've met some incredible people, but I've also met some people that even though they project kindness, they make the hair on the back of my neck stand up, and you just get that feeling, that inner gut intuition that this is not a good person. The more the drama and attacks unfolded in the DIY community, the more I retreated into myself, the less I wanted to be a part of it. Pair that with the grieving that I was going through, and I just really needed to withdraw and not be a part of it, turn a blind eye to it, do something completely different, and just escape that toxicity. What I've realized is my grieving process after the loss of my son Drew is that it's going to be forever. Things do get better and easier in time, but the grief doesn't go away. It's still with you. You just learn how to cope with it. The last thing I want is to throw any additional stress, heartache, or anything that feels toxic, ugly, or negative into my already stressful and hurting path. I think when somebody's grieving or just trying to live a peaceful, emotionally and mentally healthy life, the last thing they want to do is surround themselves with any kind of negativity or toxicity or drama. The reason I'm telling you this is that I'm still extremely passionate about DIY and education in the DIY space. There's a lot of things that I want to do to myself now that I've had this 65-pound weight loss. My face needs it. Although I think it's actually doing better than I thought it would be doing as far as sagging after 65 pounds. But I have had a little break from doing DIY treatments and taking some time to really reflect on what I want to teach and how I want to teach it. One of the things that I've really had to contemplate is my integrity and what I want to achieve for Gorgeously Aging and for the community. I don't want my channel to be about pushing products and sales. That's important to a content creator because that's where we make our income, but I don't want to be doing a money grab video constantly. I want to do really well thought out educational videos that teach you something that after you've done the service, you're grateful to have learned it, and it's something that's going to be a lifelong skill for yourself and maybe your friends. I want anything that I teach to be something that improves your life and improves your sense of confidence in the skills that you have. For me, Gorgeously Aging has never been about pushing heavy on the sales. It's been more about empowering women, teaching women, and helping you to become confident and feel successful in the things that you do to your skin. Now, I'm by no means trying to suggest that anybody else has different motives. I think so many people are out there trying to help women look and feel their best. So this is not a finger point at anybody suggesting that anybody else is doing that. In fact, I watch nobody, so I don't know what anybody else is doing. I'm a very much withdrawn person, and I find my own emotional wellness and peace depends on quiet, so to speak. Like, I don't really pay attention to what others are doing because then it makes me question myself. And I don't want to question myself. I want to provide information and education in a way that feels very authentic to me and that makes me feel really good about what I'm doing and what I'm accomplishing with Gorgeously Aging as a channel and with the community as a whole. I hope that makes sense. You guys, I'm trying to articulate the way that I've been feeling. And I've had so many conversations with my husband about, I want to make sure that I feel good at the end of the day, that I feel like I'm a person of integrity and honesty, and that the community that I've built and the people watching me trust me and they understand that I have their best interests at heart. It isn't as much about me selling products as it is about you learning something that's valuable. Just a little story that Adam reminded me of, and I had kind of forgotten, but I think it underscores who I am as a person, is that when I owned salons and spas and we went through the 2008 market crash, this is when all the homes were being repossessed and people were losing jobs and the economy was absolutely terrible. My salon and spa, the revenue really dropped. I mean, we were hurting terribly because everybody was tightening up on what they were spending, doing their own colors at home, not coming in for spa treatments. And during that time, I didn't want to hurt any of my employees by letting anybody go. So I stopped paying myself. We depleted our savings and got to a point, Adam and I, that we had to sell our house. Like, it was that bad. Now, business people would probably look at that and think, you know, you should have let go of people. You should have laid off people. You should have preserved your own income. You should have protected your home. But me as a person, like, I couldn't have slept at night if I had just let go of the team that had been my salon family for all those years. So I did what I could live with. I did what felt right to me, and that was to cut my own income and keep the salon going, and then eventually sold our house. And it was hard because it was our dream house. We had built it from the ground up, but I did what felt right to me. It wasn't about the money or my income or preserving my income. It was about protecting my salon family and the people that were my team at work. That's kind of how I feel about the Gorgeously Aging community, is that I'm never going to put my own profit ahead of my integrity or ahead of your safety. I'm also not going to BS you into buying things that are junk. Now, I know everybody likes different things. You may not love what I love. I may not love what you love, but sometimes I just know a product just doesn't have what it takes to do the job, but yet it's still being pushed and sold. And that gives me kind of a case of the yuckies, where I don't necessarily want to be seen as that. So I've had to do a lot of reflecting about, do I really want to do DIY? Do I really want to share my knowledge, or should I just keep it for myself and my family members and my friends and not share it publicly like I have been? Should I just move forward and do traditional skincare and things that are acceptable on mainstream platforms like YouTube and just forget the DIY community altogether? And the answer to that is no, I don't want to do that, because I feel like I bring a voice of responsibility. I could get on here and do a different treatment every week and do a couple treatments a week just to try to push the products and try to make more money, and that just isn't me. It's not who I am, and it's okay if that's how other people are, because frequency does garner more sales. It's not the message I want to send that you need to be doing treatments on your skin constantly. There's nothing wrong with aging, and there's nothing wrong with aging and doing treatments to prevent aging, slow down aging, or reverse aging. No matter how you want to age, it's beautiful. Whether you age naturally, whether you fight aging, nobody gets to judge how I age, and if they do judge, that's their problem, and I don't get to judge how you or anybody else ages. I think aging is beautiful no matter how you decide to do it. So long story short, I think my absence has been partially my own healing process, really contemplating how I want to move forward with the Gorgeously Aging community, how I want to share my education and my history as a master medical esthetician. So I've really been contemplating on how to make this community what I hope it can be, not only for me, but for all of you, and do it in a way that's honest, that has integrity, and that's really helpful and beneficial to you. If you have any requests for content that you'd really like to see, please let me know in the comments below. I really hope that you know where I'm coming from with this update and the struggles that I've had trying to figure out how to do what I do and feel good about what I'm doing. I would love nothing more than to have a really deep and meaningful connection with the Gorgeously Aging community. And I'm trying to find a way to build back that comfort and trust. I think when we went through all the drama and toxicity, negativity, and just the mass reporting, it became a situation that I didn't really feel comfortable trusting anybody or being a part of any kind of social dynamic with anyone. Plus I was grieving, and so I just wasn't in the right headspace for that. Now, having said that, again, I want to clarify, I've met some absolutely beautiful, inspiring women, so I'm not lumping everybody into that, but there are definitely some bad apples in every group that just make things difficult. You see this across social media in every genre, but it seems like especially beauty, where content creators attack each other. There's a lot of nastiness, there's cancel culture, all of that stuff. And I absolutely don't want to be a part of that. I don't want that energy in my life. My goal has always been in my life, and it will always be moving forward, to never speak poorly of anybody else, to never be involved in drama, to never be toxic in somebody's life or allow toxicity into my life. I care so much about truth and justice and honesty and integrity, and I hope I can continue to foster that not only in my own life, in my family's life, but in this community. You guys can find me on all socials. Just search at Gorgeously Aging. I'm also on TikTok if that sticks around. I am going to be doing fashion, makeup, traditional skincare, microneedling, chemical peels, the things that are allowed on those platforms, and the more advanced DIY I will share here on Rumble. You can also find content at my website, which is gorgeouslyaging.com. And I do have an email subscriber list, so you can sign up for that. And that way, if we ever lose touch on social media platforms, you can stay connected with me through email. Thank you so much for sharing a piece of your day with me. I've had so many of you reach out and ask if I'm not doing DIY content anymore. I definitely am, and I'm revamping a few things, trying to make it a better experience for all of you. If you have helpful suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Thanks again. Be good to yourselves and to others. I'll see you next time.